Bionicle Returns 2015. Welcome back, everyone. iamxeracon has returned. I know it's been a while since our last video. It's been what, maybe over 9,000 years since my last video, but hey, I'm back, and we're going to continue from where we last left off. Oh, but first off, in case you all didn't know, Bionicle actually is returning 2015, that's next year, and it's going to be a reboot of the entire series. I'm not gonna say why I don't like this, aside from the fact that the set designs are not that good looking. Um, Matanui's not in this anymore. It's now Ikima or something like that, and they don't live on the island of Matanui. They live on the island of Okoto or something like that. And it does not look good at all. And Greg Farshy's not even writing anymore for that. So I mean, he's the reason I stayed with Bionicle even after I stopped buying the sets. I mean, the story is really what kept me hooked and stuff, you know? I mean, Greg Farshy did a great job. I mean, sure, the Glatorian saga wasn't great or anything, but it was okay at least. I mean, so, I don't know. I might go back and subscribe for the Lego magazine just to continue following the story. I don't know, it just doesn't really look all that good. But that's not why we're here today. No, we are here to return to the storyline, and we last stopped off with the Borok, so we'll continue with the Mask of Light saga. So this is going to be continuing like shortly after, because after the Borok Ka have been defeated, Violence at peace again on Matanui. However, Makuta is back to his old plans of world domination. And what's he going to do? He now feels like, well, he's going to unleash his sons. And technically, in a way, those aren't really his sons. I mean, they could be considered his sons, but by sons, we're talking about the Rakshi. Um, no, they've actually been around since, like, previously. I mean, this is, like, Metru Nui stuff, but that's a different story. But, you know, they've been around, so it's nothing really new. I mean, it was new then because we just introduced Rakshi before Metru Nui and all this stuff. But you know, basically it's an armored shell with a slug. That's like a Makuta's essence, and so like these are his sons. And so basically he sends all six of them out. Well, in the movie, he initially starts out with three before adding three, but in the books, no wait, I think he actually did just have three first, so never mind then. So basically, he sends out three, and during the initial attack, they go to Takoro and they destroy it, and in the process, the Lirak poisons Tahu's mask. So like, you know, they just got like this green scrape on his mask and stuff, and like one eye's green now and stuff like that. Although just before all this happens, the reason why this is even happening in the first place is because Takua, the chronicler for Takoro, he stumbled across a stone and it fell into the lava, but that stone just happened to be containing the Mask of Light. And he and his friend Jaller, you know, they find it, and so then it's brought before the Turaga. Turaga, like, this is the Mask of Light, it banishes darkness, and this can be the key for winning the whole battle, and stuff, and like that. So, um, so then Jaller somehow, everyone thinks he's like the herald for the Toa of Lights, but it's really Takua, though he's sort of like bumbled and stuff, and so it's just a crazy mishap. And so then The two of them are going on a quest to find the Mask of Light. Well, no, the Toa of Light. And so, yeah, that's why Makuta is unleashing the Rakshi and stuff, because, you don't want to mess with the Toa of Light if you're the Lord of Darkness or whatever, because Light has a tendency to win these sort of battles. So, while Jollar and Takua are going around the island searching for the searching the island for the Toa of Lights, who they are having a hard time finding. The Toa are going about battling the Rakshi here and there. They're having a bit of a difficulty sometimes, especially since they're fragmented. Tahu in particular is like really, really hot-headed. I mean, like, he's really just wants to do everything on his own. Part of it's him, and part of it's also the fact that he's also got his mask poisoned. And somewhere actually along the line, Kopaka faces the Rakshi and he freezes them. And then Makuta sends out his other three, which is like ones, I think it's like one drains your energy, one fragment stuff, and the other one induces fear. And so he sends them out. They're still going about and stuff. Something happens with Tahu during a fight with the Rakshi, and like he loses it, and he like goes on a rage, and the other Toa barely contain him, and so then eventually, Gali uses her abilities to heal him, and he's back to his normal self. I mean, now he's really appreciating his team and stuff, and now he's like, okay, we can work together, and so that's good. Eventually, Jollar and Takua end up at Kininui, that's the Great Temple, and they're not sure where this Toa is now, and suddenly the three Rakshi appear, and so the Toa are here until like they work together and they're beating the Rakshi, and then just when things seem to be going right, the Fear Rakshi is attacking the two Matoran, and so he's going after Takua because he knows that he's the herald, the true herald, and so Jollar steps in and blocks the Rakshi, and it in the fear from the staff of the Rakshi like goes right through, and he's like, and ultimately he dies from fear. Yeah, literally fear. And so because of that, Takua is like, okay, now I know who I truly am. He puts on the Mask of Light and turns out that he is the seventh Toa, the Toa of Light. And he easily destroys the Rakshi. He just goes whoosh, when light comes out, fries the Rakshi and stuff like that. And so then after that, he is going to build like a device, like a air bikes to go to Makuta's lair. Oh, and by the way, his new name's Takanuva now. So he's going to go to Makuta's lair, and he's going to finally confront Makuta. Toe of Light, Master of Shadow, who will win, sort of thing. And he goes down there, and he finally gets to his lair. And meanwhile, he tells the other Toa to gather the Matoran and Taraka and wait for him. And he goes in there and he goes to fight fight Makuta. And so they're going into a nice heated battle and stuff. It's actually kind of weird because it's more like they're playing a game of Koli. Well, they are playing a game of Koli, except it's with like Energized Pro. No, it's not Energized Prodermis. Well, it's just a Prodermis, and then like change it back and forth between is it a ball of light or is it a ball of darkness, and they just like go bah, 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 bah. It's like Pong in a way, actually.